Hello everybody, and welcome to another video update. Summer edition, yes. So it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while. And I thought I would do a video update to explain what the hell's been going on, because I'm sure some of you have been wondering, what's going on? What's happening? Why has there been no uploads for ages? Just 3 weeks, nothing. Not an update, not anything. Apart from an epilogue video to Motorsport Manager, that's been our whack. You know, some people have asked if I'm okay. I thank you for your concern. Touch wood. Everything is fine, but I've taken an impromptu 3-week break, and I'll explain why. So, I finished Detroit Become Human, and I finished Motorsport Manager, and pretty much after doing that, things started to happen. And finishing 2 series off was quite a nice natural breaking point, really. Despite the fact, of course, I've got other things going on at the, Kingdom Come and Pillars of Eternity, which aren't finished. But that was quite a nice natural breaking point, and it coincided with some events that happened or are still currently happening, which led me to take an impromptu break. First of all, pretty much straight after finishing Motorsport Manager, the week that followed that, a friend needed some help with some things, and that took up quite a bit of my time in and amongst my usual routine of playing football 3 times a week and other stuff. And that took a lot, that severely crippled my LPing time. In addition to that, the World Cup started. And I've been watching not all of the games, but a lot of the games, and been really enjoying that. So that took a bit more of my time. And then to cap it all off, we've had something of a rarity here in the UK. We've had, coming up now to 4 weeks, of solid sunshine and really warm weather. Now, I know it still is summer here. It is summer, so technically speaking, those of you that are from the Mediterranean, Spain, Italy, around there, probably not uncommon. But for us here, to have 4 weeks of solid sunshine with limited, if any, rain at all, is quite rare. So rare that I can't remember the last time this happened. We're not, it's so warm and so dry it's been that the grass in and around the area, the grass on the playing fields, the grass on the roads and the street in and around is dying. It's completely yellow, lack of water. Rivers down south are drying up. We've got, not forest fires, but we've got fires all along different moors. It's madness. It really is. So, So a combination of the weather combined with the football and initially my friend needing help, that led me to want to take a week off. And it kind of strayed into 2 weeks off as I was enjoying myself, getting out and about, watching the football at friends' house, watching the football in bars, and socialising in the sun, barbecues, drinking with friends because it's warm, sunny. You're more inclined to want to go into a beer garden for a couple of drinks after work. You're more inclined to want to go to a friend's house and lounge in the back garden in the sun with a glass of cool wine in your hand on a weekend. And these kind of things were happening. So that turned into 2 weeks, and then it kind of strayed into 3 weeks with the whole fury, and the word, I probably picked an easy word to say, due to the bedlam of the World Cup and England's progression to the semi-finals. All of this has just kind of led to this 3-week break. I spend so much time of my life behind these 3 screens. I LP regularly, which takes up time in behind the screen. I play computer games off camera, which takes time behind the screen. I watch TV on these screens. I do sports trading very regularly behind these screens, and I'm an inside person, so it doesn't bother me. But when we've been having such glorious weather, and it's been happening for the past 3 weeks, and there's been the World Cup on, it's felt like I've been on holiday, but I've not been abroad. Because I'm getting out there, I'm socialising with friends, having a great time, I'm drinking more than I've ever drunk, responsibly of course, and it's been like a party atmosphere, and especially with England doing so well, that's added to that extra party atmosphere. Everybody seems much more chirpy and happy and jovial, and it's been like even though I've been here at home and not done anything, gone anywhere special, it feels like the past 3 weeks I've actually been a holiday abroad. It's very bizarre. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past weeks. I'm sure you'll forgive me for wanting to get out of the house. And it's not just I've neglected you guys from LPing. I've not done any sports trading for 3 weeks, which is not good when you use some of the money that you earn from that to fund your holidays, for instance. Need to get back onto that. I've not played any games off camera hardly. I've played an occasional game of Football Manager because I'm in the kind of football mood with the World Cup being on. But other than that, I've not even played any computer games. I've barely actually been sat in this chair because I've been going out, doing things. I've not really been at home. I've been out and about all the time. So it's been nice. It really has. However, like holidays abroad, me personally speaking here, some people may be different, but you get to a certain point and you just want to go home. You've eaten all you can eat of the rich food. You've drunk all you can drink of all the alcohol. You just want to get home, have some beans on toast, a cup of tea, and get back to some normality. There's only so much lounging around on a sun lounger you can do. Only so much you can do lying on a beach. There gets a time where it's time to go home and do what you enjoy. And I'm at that point now. It's taken 3 weeks rather than the usual 2 that it takes when I'm abroad. But yeah, the end of the 3rd week of socialising and partying hard and watching football and whatnot, at the end of that 3 weeks period, I turn to now and think, right, I'm ready to get back into my chair, back into my little bubble, and get back to normality. And I've missed it. I do miss LP when I'm not doing it. I do miss it. I do miss obviously playing computer games. And I'm all sunned out. I'm sick of the one weather. I wish it would just piss it down with rain now because it's getting ridiculous. Some people think I'm mad, but yeah, a bit of rain would be nice. Just for a change, I'm sick of all the sweating and the hot. It's just too much. So yeah, I've had enough of that. World Cup is slowing down now. The semi-finals are here, so the games are much more spaced out, so there's more time in between the matches to do things. So yeah, now is the perfect time after 3 weeks off to get back into the swing. So here I am, I have returned. I hope you've been enjoying as well. I mean, my theory is if I've been doing this kind of stuff, so have you guys, And therefore you probably haven't had time to sit down and watch videos anyway, so you haven't missed out really. But yeah. So, I have already recorded a session of Pillars of Eternity this evening. You will be seeing that straight after this video. And the plan for the next couple of weeks at least is to get cracking on with Pillars of Eternity. So we're going to be going full speed ahead with a view to finishing this series. The series started last May, just before I got my new computer. I think I ordered 1 video or 2 and then put it on pause till I got my new computer in June, I think, of last year. And then I started the series up properly. So it's been going for over a year now. Pillars of Eternity 2 is out. So it's time to get this finished. So I'm going to be going full speed ahead with Pillars of Eternity. Probably going to throw some streams in there to help with the pace as well. And speaking of streaming, there's going to be no streams this week because of the World Cup, obviously. But back to streaming next week. And of course, Kingdom Come Deliverance has seen over a month break, and therefore I'm itching to get back into the Kingdom Come stream series. Throw some Pillars of Eternity streams in between all of that and all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be good to go for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks. I have finished Motorsport Manager, of course, which means there is room for another series to start. But before I start a new series, I want to get back some momentum. With the 3-week break, with the pausing and the stalling of the series that we currently have going on at the moment, want to get back into a rhythm with that. So 2 to 3 weeks of Pillars of Eternity and Kingdom Come. And then at the start of August, probably a good time to start a new LP. Or maybe even 2. In terms of what that new LP will be, it was going to be, almost a certainty, Thrones of Britannia. But I don't know. I'm umming and ahhing about that game. The more I read and see little clips of it and stuff, the more I think, not overly fussed. And the Total War games, the past couple, have not floated my boat. And the series, for me, is on a knife edge, and if I play another Total War game that I'm not going to enjoy, I'm going to be really, really miffed off. So I did put it up for a vote last time when it was what was the next Total War series. It was between Stainless Steel, I think it was DEI mod for Rome 2, and it was Fall of the Samurai. And Stainless Steel won, played Stainless Steel, and got to a natural ending point with the demolishing of the Moors, but kind of stopped that series because it was too similar to the original Med 2, which obviously went on for a long time, and therefore didn't want to go through that entire 200, hour, not 200 hours, but that rather long and convoluted world domination yet again. But I'm still interested in Fall of the Samurai. I really, really am. And I'm not 100% sure, but there's another Total War Saga game coming out, and is that set in the same time period? Or a similar time period, similar sort of area. So that could be a nice little lead up to that. So I'm thinking it's a toss-up between Thrones of Britannia and Fall of the Samurai. Toss-up between the two of them. May put it to a vote. I'll have a bit more thinking time, but at the start of August it'll be one of those two that start. Feel free to leave your comments, of course, in between that. And I think I'm also going to start a side LP, as in one of those shorter indie type games, like an Undertale, like an 80 Days, something that's about 10 to 15 hours long, that's a little bit different, that I'm going to really enjoy, and just to spice things up a bit, just so that when I want to sit down and just play something quick and do something a little bit different from the usual LPs that I'm playing, to just for my own sanity, whack on whatever it is. Because I really did. I was just thinking today, actually, I really enjoyed 80 Days. Really enjoyed it. Undertale, I enjoyed it, but not as much. I think 80 Days, I really enjoyed 80 Days. I was just thinking about it earlier on, the LP. Really had good fun with that. So if you've got any suggestions as to a 10 to 15 hour indie type game that you think I might enjoy, throw it out there, and I may consider it and start it in August alongside the Total War series. So that by the start of August we'll probably have 3 LPs on the go, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and that'll probably keep me a pretty busy bunny. Right then, so I don't know how long this session has been, probably about 12 minutes. My clock is a bit wrong because this is my second take at this, so I won't bore you anymore, but yeah, I'm back. We're going to go straight head first into some Pillars of Eternity and more games to follow. So I hope you've enjoyed The Sun, those of you that are in the UK, those of you that are abroad, more sunnier climes, probably used to it, but yeah, and enjoy the rest of the World Cup. If you're an England fan, touch wood, we'll have something to celebrate on Sunday. So yeah, until next time, see you soon.